Good evening. Welcome to Soundtracks with Birdman. It says we're live, so I'm going to assume that we are. Crazy evening here. We had a large microburst came through, which is like mini tornado thunderstorm thing. I lost power for a bit, and the dogs were crazy. Everything's okay though. I think it's over now. And then Disney Plus doesn't want to work, but we've got H Boomer in the house again, as always, and special guest GreenLionGirl07 from GreenLionGirl07, who does video game playthroughs, and she does these little like architecture build game shows. I don't understand video games, but they're cool to watch. How are you tonight, Green Lion Girl?
Pretty good. Good. A little bit of internet problem earlier, but I think it finally got straightened out.
Okay. Well, I've been having cell phone issues for like a month or so, so I understand.
You've not been a happy camper.
I haven't. No, I have not. But
Ask me how I'm doing.
how are you, H Boomer?
I got my second Moderna shot a few hours ago.
Okay. I hope you take to it better than what I have.
We'll see.
Yeah, because I think that's the one that people have having problems with their second time.
Yeah, I've heard that it's either the first time you get a bad reaction or it's the second time. I will power through. So if I have to get up during the stream, you'll understand. But so far, I'm feeling it's not so bad. So okay.
Okay.
All right, but
I was.
Mm-hmm.
What time did you get it? Did you get it this morning or this afternoon?
No, around 2:40 p.m.
Okay, I got mine in the morning and
about 6 hours ago. Yeah.
Like probably around 5 o'clock or so. I felt kind of crappy, and I went to bed early that night.
Okay.
I felt really bad that entire weekend.
Okay,
and,
so we'll see how I react. Okay.
Yeah, but you're much tougher than I am.
Well, I'm a ginger, and everybody says we're all sickly.
You have no soul. That's right.
We have no soul, but I don't know. I healthy enough to donate a kidney anyway. Okay, anyway,
that's true.
What was I going to say though? But speaking of redheads, we have a redhead in tonight's movie. We have Ariel.
We do. And I'm just curious, Green Lion Girl, what color is your hair? Because no one's ever seen you.
Technically, I'm a redhead too. It's more of a darker red, but almost brown.
That's still red.
Okay.
What was
There's two gingers on the stream tonight, and a movie with one. Okay.
I remember there was a cute woman who worked in the the MFA lab at my school, right? Okay, and of course she was talking about, she was a redhead herself, and she was talking about how when she was a little girl, like she really looked to Ariel because like finally I'm seeing a redhead on the big screen, Okay, so she identified a lot with Ariel, and she wanted her Prince Eric, her own Prince Eric. And then later on, she met her husband at school, right? And I didn't know she was even married at them when I'm first talking to her. And I'm like, okay, well, what's this guy like? What's her husband like? Because I was, a little jealous or whatever. And then, like, I see this guy, and he looks like Superman, right? Okay, I'm not kidding you. Like, he could pass for like Christopher Clark Kent. Okay, I'm like, okay. And then I thought, okay, well, I bet this guy's like really dumb, okay, like an airhead or like it's dumb jock, and it's like he's like a robotics engineer scientist, and I'm like,
wow.
Oh, screw me, but good for her, It's like...
No, Samuel Proctor, my hair. I did try green clip-ons one time. Once.
Oh.
But
so yeah, thought it might...
I never actually dyed my hair.
Cool.
I think she's cutting out.
She cutting out? Okay.
Yeah. Well, let me welcome the chat tonight.
And
we got Melissa Harrison. There she is. She's coming back.
Oh.
I mean, not to.
Oh, Green Lion Girl, you're cutting out. This happens to me too when I do my stream sometimes too. Maybe like refresh your page or something. If it kicks you out, we can let you back in. That might be what does it. It might be your internet. It's happened to me too. So it's don't feel bad or anything.
Well, we got Melissa Harris and Zootopia's in the house. Hello, Mr. Zootopia. Still a Jedi Master to me. Andrew's here. Good to see you twice in 1 week. To follow up from Tuesday night, are you down with doing The Lost World? I haven't talked to Boomer about it yet. But Boomer, Andrew's a big fan of The Lost World film score. Not The Lost World. What's the first one with Chris Pratt? Which one was that?
Oh, that one, Jurassic World.
Jurassic World. That's
Yeah,
right. Yes, yes.
Jurassic World. I love Jurassic World. That's my favorite. That's actually my favorite of the Jurassic Park movies.
Okay.
I know sacrilege. How can you like that better than one? It's like, no, I like it better. Screw me. Okay, I'm sorry.
The one with Chris Pratt. You're talking about the one with Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
You don't like that one? I am gonna.
No.
I will be gushing all over this movie. I had not had a better time in a movie in a long time until I saw Jurassic World. You don't like it, fine. So we're gonna talk about it. Okay,
that's fine. That's fine.
It.
I told
Vincent
D'Onofrio
was the villain. Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I told Andrew to come on and to change my mind, and he seemed down with it. So if you're down with it, get up with me. We'll make it happen. And Samuel Proctor, thank you for coming by. And he says this was one of his favorite movies. That's cool. No, I don't. There we go. Okay. Are you here?
I like this movie.
Am I back?
You're back.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Am I any clearer now?
Yes.
You're fine. It happens to me. Sometimes my internet hicks up and I'm talking and no one's hearing me, and it's what was happening to you. So it happens to me too. So sometimes it helps just to exit out and then come back in. Yeah. This movie has one of my favorite songs. A Whole New World, right?
No, that's a different movie.
No,
it does have a song that has the word world in it, though.
That's true. Did you see this in the movies, Birdman?
No, I did not.
I
have a story about me. First time I saw it, I just got out of high school. I was in college, and I was like dating my best friend's ex-girlfriend. And just right now, bros before hoes. Always. Everyone, bros before hoes.
Well, it's fine. Just be prepared to maybe lose the friendship.
No.
Okay, that didn't happen. That's fine. Good.
But anyways, she was kind of. Can you say skanky on YouTube? Well, I just did. So, anyways,
I
guess. I was in her bedroom. I was fully clothed, and so was she. And we were on the bed, fully clothed. Everyone, above the sheets. And she's like, "Let's watch The Little Mermaid." And I'm like, "Okay, that's cool. You been watching Indiana Jones? No, okay, Little Mermaid it is." And she sang the "Kiss the Girl" song to me, and she I got right in my face and sang it to me. And I was incredibly shy, and I was just like real nervous. And I was just like, "Oh yeah, that's like a cool song. Yeah,
what?
Kiss the girl, haha, yeah." And like then the movie was over, and I went home, and I never kissed her, and she broke up with me and found some like football player, and end of story. So,
okay, well, that happens. Yeah. I don't think you did. Was it just a shyness thing, or did you just not want to kiss her? That could have been a thing too.
I was just. I guess I was a late bloomer, and like TMI tonight on Soundtracks with Birdman.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not judging.
No, I was
the
just
same way.
I don't know. Yeah, girls just kind of made me nervous up to a certain point. Now I just don't care.
It happened. Yeah, you get to a point where you don't care. I don't even talk. Please, in high school, I was like going up to a girl, be like, blah.
Well, I will say this.
It's like I couldn't even talk to one.
In college, like if I saw a cute girl like in Kmart or Walmart or the grocery store, I would buy her flowers and I would run up to her and I'd be like, "I think you're so beautiful and I bought you these flowers," and like, "Oh, there's your boyfriend. Gotta go. Bye." And I'd leave. Yeah.
We've all.
But yeah, not so much anymore. It's just not worth my time. So.
It's the times we're living in. Okay, but who knows? Maybe we'll
Olive.
Does Olive not like the Little Mermaid? How about you, Green Lion Girl? Did you see this in the theater?
I was a bit too young to remember if I did.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I was like a year old when it came out.
A year old. Okay.
Oh, actually, probably less than a year old. It came out in '89.
Okay.
Yeah, it came out in like late summer '89.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't quite a year old yet. So even if I was taken to the theater to see it, I probably did not remember it.
All right. Cool. But this was what the movie that they said was responsible for the Disney Renaissance, the second Renaissance in Disney animation, right? This pulled them out of the dregs.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
was
it
the
got
first-
oh, go ahead, Greenie. Sorry.
well, it was also really one of the first Disney princess movie they'd done since Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, I think so.
And Ariel was kind of the first new batch of Disney princesses.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. No, I don't think so. I mean, you had Princess Alonway in Black Calder, but nobody counts her. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not thinking of anybody. No. Was anybody in the Rescuers movies a princess, Daniel? I don't know. I've never seen the Rescuers movies, actually.
You're asking me? Like,
I don't know. I thought you were a Disney file.
Well,
man,
let's see.
what gave you that idea? No, not really.
I
No,
don't know. I just
not really. No. I like Beauty and the Beast. Okay. The cartoon, not the one with what's the girl's name?
Oh,
The Harry Potter girl.
Hermione.
What's her name?
Oh,
Hermione,
the
yeah.
actress. I don't remember.
No, not Emma Watson. I don't
Emma
think.
Watson. It sounds like it's supposed to be Emma Watson, though. Emma Watson. I think it's Emma Watson, isn't it? Let me type that name and see what pops up.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Melissa Harris. Yeah, Emma Watson. Melissa Harrison's Sons wants us to do a rewatch of Hercules and or Lion King. Which Lion King? The live action one?
Cartoon. There's only one cartoon.
Yeah, and I am down for that one too. Now that one
Okay.
I actually do remember watching in theaters when I was a kid.
Okay. See, the Disney movies I got in the theater when I was a kid, they were Fox and the Hound. I remember seeing that. Remember Fox and the Hound? Anybody? Anybody?
Yes.
Anybody? Okay. Great Mouse
Yeah.
Detective I saw in the theater. Oliver and Company. Black Cauldron I saw in the theater as well. So I saw all the weird Disney movies that came before this one. And this one I did not see in the theater because at this point I was a preteen and I probably would have felt funny. It's for girls. Little Mermaid, I'm not going to go see that. I kind of want to. Yeah, it's like, you're not going to say that out loud, right? And I didn't see Beauty and the Beast. And Aladdin I was more interested too because it looked like it had more action and adventure in it. And I think what the heck was the first Disney anime movie I think I did actually go to a theater and see after the Renaissance was Hercules. I think I said I'm gonna go see this. I'm just because I can drive on my own at that point. I'm just gonna go see it.
I enjoyed Aladdin a good deal. Probably more than Aladdin probably more than any of the others.
It's a solid movie. I really
Yeah.
liked Atlantis. I love Emperor's New Groove. That was a pleasant movie. That was the Disney movie that, in my opinion, felt most like a Looney Tunes type cartoon. It actually had like almost a Looney Tunes vibe to it. It's so uncharacteristically Disney.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was a beautiful movie. It is so underrated as well. And
yeah.
also, what you're just giving Titan AE and Treasure Planet a look too. I actually plan on doing a Titan AE on my channel at some point in the future.
Cool. Yeah, the professor's a big fan of Treasure Planet. Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Oh. Well,
What?
you have something to watch then. Don't you get Disney
I'm telling
Plus?
you, Well, until it gets canceled when Verizon finally cancels my tablets.
Okay. Well, you better So you've ever seen Treasure Planet? Okay. I never saw Home on the Range.
I
Which I
still
heard
haven't.
I heard no one wanted to. That had Roseanne Barr in it as like a voice of a cow. I think it was supposed to be like a western, but
I'm not going to touch that one. Yeah,
I saw Brother Bear, and they should have called it Brother Boar because I was bored while watching it. I'm sorry. Maybe some people like Brother Bear. I apologize up front. Okay. That was another one of the Phil Collins soundtrack to it.
Well, Phil Collins has nice songs in that movie, but for the most part, how do I describe this? It's supposed to be a coming of age story, I think.
Yeah,
And then it got a sequel.
It did get a sequel. They did a lot of these made for video sequels. We should talk about those during the stream. If anybody's seen them, I don't know. All right, but I'm trying to think. Yeah, I went to see Princess and the Frog in the movies when it came out because I'm like, yeah, let's go back to 2D animation Disney, and nobody else watched it, and everyone went to go see the Chipmunks 2, Alvin and the Chipmunks 2, the Squeakquel. That was the big movie that weekend. That beat Princess and the Frog. So that was it, and I think Disney said, okay, we're done. No more 2D animation.
Yeah, Princess and the Frog isn't that bad.
It isn't. I would classify it not as great but good. I think all the stuff that takes place in New Orleans is really neat.
Takes place where? Where, Boomer?
Did I say it wrong? Is it New Orleans?
No, yeah. I'm like, wow.
Did I say it correctly?
You said it like Fan Man says it.
I've been there enough times. I should know it. My dad had a good friend that lived out there. So, but the stuff in the bayou was less interesting to me. I also credit, though, Princess and the Frog as being the last Disney movie to have a great villain in it, which we don't really seem to get these days. But yeah.
Well, I will say this about The Little Mermaid. The budget was $5 million, and the box office was $233 million. So that's what you call a profit margin.
Oh, Troy Pacelli says, I said New Orleans correctly. I'm sorry. Okay. That was the way.
Well, should we start the film?
Might as well. We're 17 minutes in, right? Have we been on that long?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm having missing time. It's the COVID drug in me. Okay, all right.
Could be.
Are you all set? Queued up, Green Lion Girl?
Give me a second. I just told my DVD to start. So.
Okay, yeah. I'm at the 4-second mark if you have the regular DVD because you have to get through all the Disney junk. Like I don't like all the pre stuff. And how are you set up to before the Disney logo pops up, Daniel?
Yeah, the Disney logo is like popping up, like they're panning down.
And actually, Melissa Harris, I actually do have the original VHS tape too, including the original artwork, which was somewhat controversial.
You're not allowed to talk about that, are we? Or no, I don't. You know the artwork she's talking. Never mind.
No.
Those crazy Disney animators, and apparently I heard there was a lot of stuff cut from the animation slides of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which you can only find in the original Laserdisc version. But we'll talk about that another time. Oh, Troy says he recently rewatched the Fairy Tale Theater version of The Little Mermaid with Pam Dauber. Very worth it. You can find it on YouTube. I used to watch those when I was a kid, the Fairy Tale Theaters. That was a Shelley Duvall hosted show, I think. I remember the Beauty and the Beast on Fairy Tale Theater. I remember the Emperor and the Nightingale. That was another one they did on there. And the Princess and the Pea. I think they did that one. These were early cable shows. I think that was a Showtime cable show.
Well,
you're having some trouble, Daniel?
Yeah, I've got sound, but I got no picture.
Well, put the captions on then. Oh, wait, that's not going to help you.
No, I mean, like the pictures.
Yes.
The picture's frozen.
Well, restart. I'll entertain the troops while you get it ready. Okay. I think Samuel Proctor.
Early. Yeah, I think I got it. Oh no. I'm starting to regret not buying a remote control for my PlayStation 4.
A what?
Yeah, apparently you can buy a remote control for game consoles where you can play movies. You don't have to use the controller.
Yeah, the PlayStation 4 one's actually pretty good. I had that one. Yeah, if you're worried about sound though, I always lower the sound and put it on captions, which might be kind of counterproductive considering this is a soundtrack analysis stream. But if you need a quick fix, you can just do that if you're worried about the sound coming through. But getting beat by the Squeakquel is almost as humiliating as getting beat by the Care Bears movie when they made the Black Cauldron. No, Samuel Proctor says that. I tried watching the Care Bears movie just on a lark because I got it out from the public library. I made it like 5 minutes in. I said, I'm not doing this. Okay. Oh, no.
The Black Cauldron made no money. We covered that one.
I'm going to tell you something. I was a child of the 80s, and I know now because of popularity, things like Stranger Things, and I get it. A lot of millennials, their childhood was in the 90s, so you become nostalgic or you find fascinating the decade before you were born. For me, I find the 70s fascinating, late 60s. The 80s was not all cool stuff. There was a lot of junk in the 80s, and I'm going to throw the Care Bears up there with that. I'm taking a stand.
Yeah, technically they're called squishies.
They're called what?
Well, because you are aware that there are things like Transformers and
right.
G.I. Joe. Well, because they were getting very violent, particularly with the Transformers movie. These companies had to kind of walk back a little bit, so you had what were called squishies, which were more softer, cuddlier things.
Oh, that explains it.
A little bit more like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'll admit that's like one of my favorite 80s cartoons is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That one I liked a lot. But I got into that later on.
Even Samurai Pizza Cats.
Samurai Pizza Cats, yeah, there were those. What else was there? There was a real Ghostbusters had a cartoon series. Beetlejuice had a cartoon series. Show. Beetlejuice had a cartoon series. I got more into 90s cartoons, even though I'm technically a child of the 80s, because I was watching old Disney stuff, like the old Mickey Mouse shorts, more than I was stuff like Transformers. But I have to say, though, no, I don't like that. I like the stuff to be nice. I like violence and guns. That's why I don't want the squishy stuff. They kept pushing that on you. Okay, they were pushing that stuff on the boys. Don't think all this stuff is happening now. It's happening back then. Don't you want a Cabbage Patch Kid, Jeff? No, not really.
Yeah, and I actually do also remember the My Buddy dolls too.
Okay, I'm gonna defend My Buddy on one level. I think for like a real young boy, I didn't see that as being so strange when I was a kid because I'm like, okay, maybe the play dates are scattered. He needs a companion like an imaginary friend sort of thing. That's sort of how I saw that. But it depends, though. If he's like 15 and still has his My Buddy doll, there's a problem, okay? Right?
Well, I don't know. I also saw Child's Play.
Oh, I remember. Well, the Child's Play was basically... the Chucky doll in that is supposed to be the My Buddy doll. You can tell. The Good Guys doll, that is a takeoff on My Buddy. I even got the reference when I saw them. Oh, that's supposed to be the My Buddy doll. I can tell. Okay. Oh, it's if one of the My Buddy dolls came to life and started murdering people. You okay, Daniel? Still trouble?
I think maybe it's okay.
Okay. I'm seeing flashing. But My Buddy became much cooler after Child's Play came out. Yes, it did. Child's Play. You know what?
I'm trying to get either tablet to work here. So
Okay. I'm telling you,
are
man.
y'all? Do y'all got your movies working? If y'all want to start, and
are you sure?
yeah, because
Right.
I've got like the circling of death sign.
The circling of death. Okay. Do you want to hop off and hop back in? Will that mess us up if you do that? Can we still go without you, I think?
I think so.
Okay. You want to try stepping out now and
Yeah.
because maybe you got to reset your internet or something and just come back on. That might be what you need to do.
Okay. I'll be right back, guys.
You want us to start without you, or do you want us to wait for you to come back?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
I can play catch up.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Green Lion Girl, y'all queued up?
Yeah, I've got the opening Disney logo playing.
All right. So we're going to do a 3, 2, 1, okay? 3, 2, 1, play. Jeez. Okay. There we go. I'm trying to remember if this was the brand new debut of this Disney logo or not in this movie, because of course they stick it on everything now. But I'm wondering if, like, when the Black Cauldron first premiered, if that actually had that Disney logo on it. I got to think about that now. But like, here we have seagulls. They're the worst.
Yeah. Oh, and my version actually does have the newer one with the 3D castle.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I got the diamond edition for my birthday several years ago.
Do you see the dolphins now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now we got the big ship. Okay, but this was a big deal when it came out. I remember Disney animation being kind of a joke up to this. Not joke, but like they're like, oh, Disney's animation days are behind it. You know, it's all about Land Before Time and An American Tale and all these other animated movies that I know were popular, but I was kind of, oh, yeah, that's a good movie, I think, not really. Okay. That's me. I'm the seasick guy. I'm sorry. I've been there. Okay. I don't have sea legs. So of course the handsome prince doesn't get the sea isn't throwing up, right?
Right. Oh no, that's the one that's thrown up is Advisor Grimsby.
Of course. Oh yeah, don't show the fish to him. Actually, if you think about it, in Atlantis: The Lost Empire, it's almost a play on that, as our hero in that movie is the one upchucking over the side of the big ship.
Yeah.
So, Lost Empire, not last. Okay. So, how did you watch this? Was it mainly on videotape as a kid? Did you like stick it in like every now and then, or?
Well, I don't know who bought it for me, but apparently I don't know. I watched it a lot when I was little. And actually, it was the first videotape I broke. So but now my brother was able to fix it for me. Don't know how he done it, but he did. And while he was fixing it, I was watching the '86 Transformers movie.
I have never seen that. I know I'm going to be getting audible gasps from everyone there. I've heard it's something to watch. I've never seen it. Because I was never that into Transformers growing up, even though I was of the age group that was the target of that. Yeah, but
Well, the irony is my brother was the one that got me the Diamond Edition of Little Mermaid. I actually bought him the 20th anniversary edition of Transformers.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So you got him the cool edition of that movie. Okay.
Yeah. And I definitely advise that if you are able to get that version, of the physical copy of the disc, make sure you watch it through the first time and then watch it through with the commentary, because you will learn all sorts of crazy stuff.
Oh yeah. I don't think I've listened to the commentary for this particular movie, but I watched the making of, and apparently Walt Disney had wanted to do a Little Mermaid a short. it wasn't going to be like a full-length feature, but he was going to do a short for Little Mermaid back in the old days, and was actually going to have the sad ending from the story where she turns into sea foam. Okay, at the end of it. I don't know. They said that Hans Christian Andersen, he liked writing these fairy tales, but he never made a lot of money, and he could never find true love, and you know, it was always this, kind of a sad life. But
yeah,
so
you might want to watch the musical based on his life.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. I didn't know they made a musical based on him. Okay, cool.
Every so often you can catch it on Turner Classic Movies.
Cool.
And of course, Ariel's not there.
All right. So, Daniel's back. Hello, Daniel.
Hey.
All right. So here we have why does the octopus always have to be the one playing the drums? That happened in the Aquaman movie too.
Um,
I guess the tentacles, right? Now I make a point.
They didn't have him playing a piano or an organ or something. That make a little bit more sense. But I don't know. I guess where normally you have the strong person on the drums, and octopuses are notoriously strong.
Yeah, well, there you go. So here we have Ariel's sisters. I made a point that they're all very pretty too, and I made a point. Okay, well they're not wicked stepsisters because they're good. They're not mean to her or anything, right? So they're.
At least not here. I know that in the animated series that was the prequel for this, she did have an issue with a couple of them.
Interesting. Okay, that might have been interesting to watch. We got Flounder.
Yeah.
Did you have a stuffed Flounder plush doll when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I knew those were big. I wasn't sure if you had. I think I had a cousin who had one. Okay, Matthew Flynn says he'd recommend the 86 Transformers movie. Okay, I'll give it a look. I know that Orson Welles did some of the voices in it, right? Or did a voice in it, I think. So.
Yes, he was the voice of Unicron. It was actually his last role ever. He actually died before the movie released.
Interesting. If you want a good hearty laugh, find some clips of Orson Welles yelling while he's trying to make radio commercials. It's kind of disturbing to listen to. Okay. So she's fascinated with the surface world, right?
Yeah.
That's her big thing.
And, I've never been able to figure out what kind of shark this is. I want to say it's a great white, but...
I don't know.
But actually, now I'm thinking it's more of a gray reef shark. But it's definitely a female.
Huh.
And I only know that from watching a ton of Shark Week.
See, if I were a mer person, I don't know if I'd want to be human, okay? You have a lot more maneuverability on the ocean, right?
Yeah.
And the ocean covers up more of the earth than anything else, right? Like there's more ocean than land, right?
True, but you also have a lot more apex predators.
Yeah.
Obviously there's sharks. You also have giant octopuses and
or whatever else is lurking that we haven't even seen yet, right?
Barracuda, manta rays, and this is before we get into the deeper part of the ocean, which you can't really see anything. Anglerfish are kind of nasty.
Yeah. All right. So what's his name again?
the bird,
Yes.
Scuttle.
And he's played, I believe, by a veteran Disney voice actor, right? I'm trying to remember who he was. Maybe the chat can help me out. Okay. More sharks in the ocean. Yes, I know. Shark, we're going to die. Yes. Ariel, animated by the great Glenn Kane. Okay, definitely. That's a fork, dude. I'm sorry. Humans use these little babies to straighten out their hair. Well, close enough, right?
Well,
Have you ever tried?
Well, there actually is a thing called a pick, which is kind of similar, and there are that you can use, but well, I've never had any luck detangling my hair with those. I have to go with a brush.
Gotcha. I like brushes too. I'm not big on combs. There's a pipe.
Yep.
So I'm trying to think. Well, hopefully we'll get Daniel back. He can talk about the score. Did you own the CD soundtrack to this movie at all growing up?
I remember having a tape at one time. My mom thought it was kind of depressing with all the orchestra music.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Now I actually did get a collection of other music that was inspired from the various media it's been in, the movie or related media in some cases. Let me see if I can find that real quick.
Okay. Here we have Ursula.
Yeah. I gotta say, after watching Ariel's beginning, I think they should have made it more about Ursula and what exactly she did to get banned from the palace.
They did this on the series. They did more of her
Well,
origin.
it's kind of it was supposed to be a prequel movie. I would not recommend that to anyone.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's got some interesting songs on it. It kind of explains what happened to her mom, which.
Okay. So are we? You think we're going to get a live action movie about her and about how she's a really a victim? I'm sorry. We won't mention that here.
Yeah, my brother's already asked me if I would be interested in watching that when it comes out. I looked at him and I said no.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we got let's see here though.
But yeah, I did have the greatest hits CD, and it does have some songs from the movie as well as some other ones, like
Gotcha.
from some actions, like You Can Get It If You Really Want.
Oh, okay.
Aiko, Ane.
Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, Wolfton's asking where Daniel is. He's having some technical difficulties. Hopefully, he'll be back with us. So I don't know. Can you relate to any of this with the dad? My rules, my conditions, that sort of thing. I don't know.
Well, it was more my mom.
Oh, I see. I guess all children go through a phase like that, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad did think as long as I wasn't doing anything too dangerous or too crazy, he would always let me do what I wanted.
Gotcha. Ariel needs constant supervision. Okay.
And Sebastian doesn't realize he just volunteered.
Let me go check MeWe, see what's up with Daniel. Okay. So this was re-released in theaters, I believe, right? I think it was around the time, was DreamWorks re-releasing The Prince of Egypt, I think, for the first time, and then they reissued this in theaters?
I'm not sure. Yeah, it was a while back.
Okay. Wolf 10 says, Ariel's beginning did King Triton a disservice. This was a golden opportunity to introduce his wife. Okay. How's it going, Daniel?
I'm just irritated.
No, I understand. All right. Well, you can still hang out with us while we watch. I don't know. I'm sure you have some stuff
I
you want
think
to say about
that's
the
about what
soundtrack.
I'm going to have to do, because
Maybe it'll pop on later. We can fill you in. We can fit you in. We're about 15 minutes in it.
well, it unfroze and it jumped to like 40 minutes into the movie, and now it's froze again with nothing happening. So
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say that when Kingdom Hearts 2 brought in some of the music, well, at its musical level with Little Mermaid, they actually did an okay job on Part of Your World.
Yeah. He's out again. Okay. All right. What's your favorite song on the soundtrack, Green Lion Girl?
I gotta say it has to be Part of Your World.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because it's not, because it's just so so much energy, and it's just about her curiosity. And I don't know, I'm just someone who has always loved learning. So, and I just have so many different things I'm interested in. Like I can talk about paranormal. I can talk about horror movies. I can talk about different video games.
Cool.
And if you ever get me started on Kingdom Hearts, be aware you might get off in about a week.
Okay. All right. I've only I didn't get the latest one. I had the old ones on the PlayStation, but I never really got a chance to play them too often. But yeah, I remember those. But okay. Okay.
Is that supposed to be a golden thimble?
Is that what?
Stuck on Sebastian's foot, which
Possibly.
Huh.
Maybe.
I wonder if that was supposed to be a reference to a weird Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. So she's a bit of a hoarder. That's what I'm getting from all this.
Yep. I'm kind of surprised that Eric's castle in the sequel, Return to the Sea, was not full of random junk. It was actually orderly.
Yeah, I mean, Here we go. Is this the first time she's seeing fireworks?
I guess it is. I know in other versions, the mermaids have to wait until a certain age or a certain point where they can go up to the surface on their own.
Hmm. Oh, what's Wolfton talking about? He said it was lame to have Triton to ban singing because it got his wife killed. Is that a real thing that happened?
It happened in the prequel Ariel's Beginning.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay.
Am I here?
You're here. I can hear you. Oh.
All right.
And we got Big Al here.
Hey, Big Al. How you doing? Good to see you. Okay. All right. All right, Daniel. What are you just gonna not do the video? Maybe that might make you come in easier. I don't know.
Well, it was freezing up on the phone. I don't know why I'm
Okay.
irritated. So
No, I
I'll leave it
understand.
at I am irritated.
Okay, no, that's fine. Hey, let me know if you need a timestamp, or if you just want to hang out and talk about the score too. That's fine too. But let's
Yeah,
see
I
here.
can't get anything on either tablet. So
Okay, gotcha.
I almost bought a TV and DVD player the other day.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe I should.
Yeah, maybe you want to. You can actually get TVs that have the what do you call it? The streaming capabilities built into them now. Like they sell like Roku TVs or Amazon Fire TVs, and you can actually just get it set up to have your app of choice on there. All right. Do we like Grimm's?
They never actually talk about Eric's parents at all in any of this.
No.
But he's the prince.
Well, he is. We don't get much on him, do we?
Now, obviously, in the sequel, he is the king. But, like I said, we don't know anything about his parents.
No? So they did a sequel as well?
Yeah, Return to the Sea.
Okay.
More or less, Ariel's daughter is fascinated with the ocean.
Oh, I see. And she's like, I don't want to be a land dweller. I want to be a mermaid. Is that what she was saying? That sort of thing or something?
Well, yeah. It's not, well, because of something that happened when she was still a baby, Ariel bans her daughter from the ocean.
Oh, okay. She's forbidden. Is that sort of thing? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it was. So she ends up getting involved with Ursula's sister.
Oh, I see. Okay. What did Ursula's sister look like? Like Ursula?
Imagine Ursula if she got stuck on, well, if she got put on Weight Watchers for several years.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Or possibly even if she was anorexic.
Gotcha. Oh, well, I see. So like the opposite. Okay. Wolf Tens Media says his favorite is Unfortunate Souls, but then again, I just like the villain songs. Great to, get into their head. Yeah, I kind of miss the villain songs. I mean, I like I said, the last great Disney villain was the guy from Princess and the Frog, I think. But okay, let's see here.
So where are y'all in the movie?
We are in 23 minutes, 48 seconds, 49 seconds, 52 seconds, 23, 52. We'll be at 24 in a minute. Okay, in a couple seconds.
What songs?
What?
Like, what's the next song?
Oh, well, I don't know. We just got through part of your world.
I think we're
Has
going to
the
get the reprieve coming up.
Right now we're in the shipwreck, the ship exploding scene. Okay, and Eric's clinging for dear life, and then he falls, and then Ariel rescues him. Okay, so. But we're at the about the 25-minute mark, if you're curious, okay? Or if you just want to know where we're at, that's where we are. She's taking him to shore. I guess she's going to hear her voice for the first time. So, Daniel, who's your favorite Disney princess?
The alien queen from Aliens.
That's again not a princess, a queen. And secondly, no, you can't just say, "Oh, these things now belong to Disney." And now, no, Princess Leia is not a Disney princess. It's stupid. What? Huh?
Female.
What?
She's a female.
She's a female. Great. Okay. Never mind. We're done. We're done here. I'm not. You're time out. How about you, Green Lion Girl? Do you have a favorite Disney princess?
I don't know. It's probably a combination of Ariel, Belle, and Mulan.
Okay.
The original Mulan, not the...
Not the one from the new version, which I have yet to see, yes. And may never see at the way things are going, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to suggest if you want to see a live-action Mulan, look at the ones China released last year that they actually made themselves.
Yeah, I don't have their newer version, but I have an older Chinese Mulan movie, which I think is based on the same legend. I have an older movie. I guess, well, not old, like made in the 2000s. That was supposed to be based on the Mulan legend as well. So, but yeah.
Was it Rise of the Warrior?
I don't know. I have to look at the title later. I have it on my shelf. I bought every Dragon Dynasty DVD that came out back when the Weinstein Company, because they were releasing all kinds of action movies from China and other parts of Asia, like Korea, Thailand, places like that. So we got another reprisal of part of your world, Daniel. This is like the second one. Yeah. Do you have the score?
I do not. I have Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast.
Okay. So they said that Ursula was based on Divine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd read that somewhere.
And unfortunately, Divine passed away before. I'm not exactly sure what the pronouns for Divine would be.
Right, but before the movie came out.
Yeah. So, but I do know that Divine was a drag queen.
Gotcha. Here her sisters again.
Yeah.
Let me guess. She had a problem with the blonde, right?
Yeah.
Ginger's always getting in the trouble. No one likes you. Okay. No, sorry. Ariel's in love, and he's saying, "Oh, that's a good thing, right?" But he doesn't know with who.
Yeah. Well, in the animated series, there was a boy named Urchin that was her friend, and at one point Urchin did think that Triton was going to marry Ariel off to this opposing kingdom
Oh, I see.
before her 7 older sisters got married.
The seaweed is always greener in someone else's lake. Okay.
Yeah, it was supposed to be an aquatic twist on grass is always greener on the other side of the yard.
So here we got Under the Sea.
Yeah.
This might be my favorite, actually, now I think about it.
Life is the bubbles under the sea.
So Daniel, you up for a Finding Nemo rewatch?
Yeah, that's a Thomas Newman score. We could do that.
Okay, I'm thinking we could do a whole ocean theme month. I don't know what we're going to be doing next though.
Mm.
So does your sister like this movie, Daniel?
I'm not really sure. I'll go with no.
Okay.
Asked her.
I don't know if my sister was so. I mean, she likes the Disney's all right. I think she was more into the Pixar movies though than the animated Disney movies though.
I get really frustrated when things don't work like they're supposed to.
No, I get you. It stinks.
And and if I had like prepaid cell phone service, I might understand. But
you're paying for the premium stuff. I get you.
Yeah. It's a nice car payment. This should work.
Well, I'm curious though. You have tablets, right? Where are the tablets going through? Your regular internet?
I have everything I have is just on cell service. I don't have any internet at the house.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm not having luck with anything working tonight.
Yeah, I gotcha. So how many years did this take to make?
I'm not sure, but if I remember right, all this was originally done by hand.
Oh yeah.
All the art.
Urchin, the street urchin, Wolf 10 Media. Yeah, that's a phrase I use a lot. Street urchin. Look, we got Samuel Proctor. He's saying Howard Ashman and Alan Menken were genius songwriters, and one of them passed away. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, Howard passed away.
Like I think right after Aladdin, right? Am I thinking correctly? Yeah.
Oh, I've also got the greatest hit CD for Aladdin too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and that actually did have an unreleased song.
Trying to think back to Disney scores. I love the score to Hunchback of Notre Dame. That was it's a very underrated Disney animated film, I think.
Yeah. My favorite song from that movie was "God Help the Outcasts."
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm not trying to ignore anybody. I'm just trying to get this movie to play on something. So
No, you're cool. You're cool. Don't worry about it. Let me know if you need a timestamp. I'm right here. Oh.
I wonder if the storm that came through knocked something out.
That's a possibility. It could have been a weather-related issue. I didn't think about that. But
it's definitely a possibility. I don't know what was going on at work yesterday, but for some reason we couldn't get any calls coming in or out. And I couldn't even make pages.
Interesting.
Because it's like the tablets are still with Verizon, and I'm just getting you're offline. But the phone is with AT&T now, and it's on 5G.
So, Green Lion Girl, you have the diamond edition of this, but I have the platinum edition on regular DVD. Jealous much? No, I'm kidding. This is like whenever I'm going to buy the platinum edition. I'll be set for life, and then the Blu-ray came out like a couple of years later, and it's better picture and sound, and they're calling it the diamond edition.
Oh yeah, my diamond edition has DVD and Blu-ray.
Oh, so you get both. You get the best of both worlds. I have most of the Disney movies I own. They're all on DVD because I didn't. I did upgrade Aladdin because I did want to get that on Blu-ray, but most of them are on regular DVD. I have the original release of Dumbo, which has a great audio commentary track. The original DVD release, not the subsequent one, where they got like a guy that like worked for the Criterion Collection. It sounds like he did, and give like a big scholarly thing on Dumbo, and it just seems so out of place, But this is a good DVD. This came with the Little Match Girl. Remember that?
Yeah.
That's a sad story.
Yeah. Also by Hans Christian Andersen as well.
Yep.
Oh, and my version has the never before seen deleted character, Harold the Merman.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
More or less, Ursula gave him an impossible task. He didn't realize it was impossible at the time. So he couldn't complete it in 3 days. He actually would have needed at least, he would have needed 6 months just for a certain type of algae to bloom. So yeah, he got turned into a
like a muck man or whatever those things are she has.
Yeah.
So look at this. He destroys all of her. Triton destroys all of her earthly possessions, literally, or like the. It's kind of like in Creepshow when the kid's father threw out his issue of Creepshow magazine. Said, you can't read any more of this horror crap. Anyway. Okay.
That happened to you, Boomer?
No, this was it. No, that was in the movie Creepshow. That was no, my parents were pretty good about that sort of thing, about the things I were into. They wouldn't get into them themselves, but they wouldn't like throw my stuff out or anything like that. I mean, they actually, the closest I ever had getting into an argument with one of my parents was actually, I think, when I was 21, or even over 21, and I was, oh, look, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is coming out on DVD, and my mom freaked out and said, I can't believe you buy that movie, and especially after what they did to those people and all this other stuff, and I'm like, well, and of course, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that didn't happen. That was all a big scam. Okay, the trailer said the story is true. No, it isn't. It was made up for the movie. But are you doing the well, Green Lion Girl?
Actually, yeah.
No.
Kind of
Go ahead.
Well, it's not that particular story is not precisely true, but it is loosely based. Emphasis on loosely based on an actual.
Yeah, I know the Ed Gein, right?
Yeah, it's also Friday the 13th. It actually, that one is loosely based on a true story, where you did have some kids camping by a lake. 3 ended up dead. One of them was badly injured, somehow survived.
Oh, we'll have to look that up later. All right.
Yeah,
but anyway, but you didn't have
happened somewhere in, I think, Norway. Don't quote me on that.
Well, it's possible. I'm just saying you didn't have a guy in a skin mask with a chainsaw, like cutting people up, and they were making sausage out of them, that sort of thing. I mean, I don't think that was happening, right? I mean, I don't know. I have a friend from Texas who insists it happened, and I don't know. Anyway, why are we talking about that? We got Little Mermaid. I'm bringing up Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is where you have to yell at me. Okay. Anyway.
I don't. Well, if it makes you feel any better, someone actually did bring a machete to a playing of Frozen 2.
Really?
Yeah,
You don't do that.
Girl too.
Okay, Ariel, this is a warning to turn around. Okay. Come in, my child. Ursula's bad.
Is
I
this
don't
where
like her.
she's singing the song to Ariel?
Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're bad.
Okay, she has some magical holograms going on.
Hmm. We got poor unfortunate souls coming, right?
Yep.
All villains need a musical number. In fact, the only thing I didn't like about Princess of the Frog, the villain gets a musical number, but it's over very quickly. You know? That should have been a full-length song, okay? It had a very jazzy sound to it, too. But actually, I don't think... Well, Jafar sort of gets a musical number. There's an inversion of the of the Prince Ali song, I guess. But
yeah, he really doesn't get his own song until the sequel,
right?
Return of Jafar. Which, as far as sequels go, it's actually pretty decent.
Get away from the witches are bad.
What was her motivation again to do what she's doing?
Power. I don't know. She gets stuff. She actually, you find out later on what your real plans are. Okay, she's what is she? She's going to marry the prince herself, right? Isn't that what her plans was, or it was? Oh no, we know what her motivation is. Jeez, it's been so long since I've seen this. It's to rule the sea. Okay.
Yeah, and I think part of it is also to get back at Triton for kicking her out of Atlantica.
Wolf Tamiti says, Ursula's the reason I'm attracted to older women. Thank you very much, Agent. Hey,
wow.
You know, sometimes you like the bad girls. That's all I'm saying, okay? You know? Because I might have been more of a fan of the Queen from Snow White myself, but anyway.
I got to a login screen for Disney Plus, but it's not accepting my credentials.
Well, what did you do?
No
hey,
idea.
Maybe this is when your Disney Plus finally expires. It's tonight.
Maybe it is.
Anyway, do you like the Poor Unfortunate Souls, Daniel? You got any commentary on that? No.
The what?
The Poor Unfortunate Souls song.
Yeah, I kind of like that song.
You can't. Okay, well, there you go. Doesn't mean I'm going to feel sorry for her when she. Oh yeah, she wanted to stick it to Triton, either through Ariel. Doesn't mean I'm going to feel sorry for her when she kicks the bucket, though. Well, she has it coming.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but the best villains usually do.
Yeah. I think who my favorite Disney villain is.
That guy from the Black Cauldron, right?
I like him. I like the guy from actually Atlantis: The Lost Empire, which is the server because he's an American villain. You know, it's like the Darks.
Yeah, he does kind of come in almost like a father figure, I think, to Milo.
He does. He comes off like a cowboy, or sort of, like a good old American. But that's not. He's like the dark side. Okay. Rourke, I think that was his name. Yeah. Actually, Atlantis has no songs in it, but I do own the score to Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Does that go for a lot of money these days, Daniel?
Yeah, and I love that ending song where the dream takes you.
Yeah.
What is it? Atlantis, the Lost
The Lost
Empire?
Empire. Yeah. Curious.
Is that
I own that CD. I don't own a ton of Disney scores. I'll be honest with you. I own the Tron soundtrack and Tron Legacy, Atlantis: The Lost Empire. I'm trying to think what else. Black Cauldron. I own that soundtrack. That's a hard one to find. This animation's incredible.
Nah, it's like $5.
Of course. That was probably when they printed these things in high supply. She's so evil. I'm sorry. She's one of the best Disney villains, probably. I'd have to agree with that. The whole point of a Disney villain is it's supposed to, they're supposed to terrify you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and it also goes with her color scheme, because black and purple are very dark colors.
Yep. There's Jafar.
Red and black.
Yep. Scar was red, right? From Lion King?
Well, he had a very, very dark brown mane and a darker orange yellow coat.
Yeah. Maybe they're trying to go. Yeah, I always kind of saw him as red, but yeah, you're right.
Well, you do also associate him with fire here as well.
You got legs.
Yep.
They had mermaids in that one Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Yeah, and they were also in the original Peter Pan movie as well. There was actually one of them that was very similar to Ariel.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there was a theory that someone had that was her mom.
Interesting. I know that, like I said, Walt Disney had planned to do his own Little Mermaid short, but it just never came to pass. Like, I don't know if it would have been like a short and like a bigger feature or something like fun and fancy free, or if it was going to be just a short before a movie. But he did have plans to make one, but it just didn't materialize.
Yeah, he probably meant to do a silly symphonies. Because I actually do remember the one that had mer babies in it.
Oh, okay. I have a lot of those on DVD. I actually got all the Disney Treasures lines when they were out. Ah, boy, what a soft shell I'm turning out to be. Ha, 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 ha. Okay. This dog reminds me of the dog from Labyrinth.
Yeah, kind of.
Max does, yeah. Now, see, if this was a Baron Frankenstein rather than Prince Eric, Ariel would be expecting him to marry her. And he says, "Well, you can be the maid." you know, just. Oh, she can't even speak.
And it's ironic because that's what Eric found so attractive about her was her voice.
Yeah.
I have met women where that was one of the most attractive qualities. Oddly enough, that's the voice, the timbre of the voice.
Now I need to connect to Disney Plus. There seems to be an issue connecting to Disney Plus service.
Oh, okay. Actually, I was talking about Baron Frankenstein, but think about the Prince from Beauty and the Beast. She'd show up in she'd watch a short of his cast when he'd kick her out, right? That's probably what would happen, right? Okay. What's the chat saying? Let's see. House of Moss cartoon has the mermaid villains resurrected through time travel and universe travel. Oh, that's interesting, Melissa Harris.
Samuel Proctor says you could say Triton's human transformation powers are more powerful because he can create clothing, while Ursula can't.
yeah, well,
Yeah, there's also the fact that that's his daughter.
That's true. Samuel Proctor said, look away, she has no pants. That must have been from earlier. All right, what are they going to be eating for dinner, huh?
Stuffed crab.
Stuffed crab, what? Yes, I know. That's what I'm thinking. Does she eat the crab while sitting there? And Sebastian's right there. And look, oh no, look, she's trying to brush her hair. Oh, and then she blows it right in his face. You're gonna love it. Specialty stuffed crab.
Yeah, I feel so sorry for Sebastian during this song.
Now I was seeing Ursula eat some sea creatures, right? So I guess the mer people. I mean, what do the mer people eat? Would you eat something you could talk to? I don't know.
I don't know. I do remember them on the TV show they were eating a variety of things. I do like some kind of algae spaghetti.
Algae spaghetti. Mmm. Do you like the chef? He's the true villain of the movie, right?
Well, just that he is. Now, ironically, Louis does stay with them for many years to come.
I see.
Yeah. This kind of reminds me of that movie Mouse Hunt.
Oh, right. I think I remember that.
Or either that or maybe more Tom and Jerry.
He's got the knives.
And this is the guy that played Odo in Deep Space Nine, right?
Is his name Aubrey Jones? Reno Aubrey Jones, I think. It might be. He did a lot of voice acting too. It was interesting. They made a point that he played. I think he played Desaad on Justice League, but he also played him on like one of the old animated superhero shows too. He like reprised the voice, which was kind of funny. Like I think the Challenge of the Super Friends. I think he was on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Ariel's dress in here. I know it's pink, but in more recent years they gave her a green dress.
Why? To go better with the hair?
I think it's more to match her fin or her tail.
So let's see. I don't know. I trying to think if I would ever go out with a. I don't know. Like I guess she can't speak, right? So you've got to do all the talking on the date, right?
Right.
They probably do more than omnivore like humans. Yeah, I would think so, Melissa Harris. I think mermaids would still eat some sort of protein thing. I mean, I don't know. They probably eat non-talking fish, yes. So let's see. Beauty and the Beast is after this, right?
Yeah. I think that was the second Disney Princess movie to come out.
They rolled these out in pretty quick succession. There used to be like one a year, as I recall, right?
Yeah.
I know that Beauty and the Beast was the following fall or holiday season, and then you had Aladdin the year after. You didn't have one the following fall the year after that, unless you count Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, and then you had because they
came out during. I think that one came out the same year as The Lion King. I could be wrong.
Well, The Lion King came out over the summer because they were wanting to have these be summer releases instead of holiday releases. I know they switched that up for a bit. You know what? I remember now. Toy Story was a fall release, a holiday release, not a summer release. Yeah, they were on fire back then. Like they were because I think they originally they would do the computer animated ones in the fall, and they would do the traditional animated ones in the summer because I guess they figured the more experimental stuff you don't put in the summer season. But now Pixar's the mainstream thing, and now these have kind of gone the way of the dodo. But we'll see. I mean, I guess they have their own CG line of Disney that's not Pixar, like stuff like Frozen, and I think Chicken Little was one, and knows how to dance.
Mm-hmm.
I would think dancing's the hardest thing to animate.
Well, that and fight scenes. I know during my stream last night I was talking about how great the fight scenes were in Advent Children.
Gotcha. So Wolfton says they eat kelp. Advent Children, was that the CG animated feature?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah,
the Final Fantasy one. Yeah, I think I saw that years ago. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Final Fantasy's done well, no, I mean Square Enix. Well, actually, hold on, Spirits Within, and they were still SquareSoft, I think. And
Yeah. Well, the
then
problem. Oh,
and
go
then
ahead.
right afterwards, oh, obviously that movie was a flop, and shortly afterwards they got bought by
The Enix.
Green,
Yeah.
yeah. So and they joined to become Square Enix, and then later on, they did Advent Children, and then more recently, and then they did a Advent Children Complete, which they just added some more scenes, and then recently they did 2016 they released Kingsglaive, which was sort of a prequel to Final Fantasy 15.
Oh, okay. I think I heard about that.
Yeah, yeah, and as a standalone movie, it's pretty good. You don't really need to know that much about 15's storyline to enjoy it.
Because it's a prequel, so it stands on its own. I take it. Yeah.
Yeah, and also aside from a couple characters, you really don't have that many in common.
So here we have Kiss the Girl.
Yeah.
This song's gotten into some trouble in recent years. I think they used to have this song at one of the parks, and they would take volunteers to the audience, and they played the "Kiss the Girl" song, and now they can't do that anymore or something. That was a thing, but
People are offended over anything anymore.
I know. Her name is Ariel. There we go.
Yeah. Well, he's actually pretty good at guessing names.
Ah. Well, it's good Sebastian's on her side, though, as far as this goes, right?
Yeah.
Is this the last song of the movie?
Hold on. I think it's the last main song.
Yeah. Then there are other reprisals, I think. Yeah. They fall in the water.
Proctor, this was the song that girl singing to me, and I was just like, "Yeah, that's a nice song. Yeah, well, I gotta go home. Yeah, time to go home." So
It's
yeah,
all right. It's all right.
thank you for reminding me on the night that my internet's crapping out too. Appreciate
You know
that.
something, Daniel? Did you switch companies recently? Wasn't this supposed to be like the better one?
I've got the phone with AT&T, but I got to call Verizon and have them switch over the tablets. And
Gotcha.
I've called a couple times, and it's like, your estimated wait time is 30 minutes. I'm like, so.
We're gonna get Hot Ursula next, huh? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that voice. Of course, they realize it's a spell too. It's not just that.
Yeah.
I just thought it's like, well, I like the redheaded girl, but what is it? This brunette likes me, and brunettes are superior or something. Wasn't there a thing like on like the Millionaire Matchmaker where like the billionaires with no redheaded women? It was like a rule. Like they kept saying no redheads. It was a thing.
Where?
This was a Millionaire Matchmaker. Like the Millionaire Matchmaker. There was a thing like the millionaires did not want any redheaded women. Okay, that was always like a thing. I'm telling you,
Okay.
we're going to talk about this on Sunday. I'm starting to wonder about this ginger prejudice. I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to join the oppression Olympics, but I'm starting to notice things, especially in Hollywood lately. Okay, but
they cast I think it's either a mixed white race woman to be Red Sonja.
we'll talk about that on Sunday. Now I'll say this: I do like the actress. I think she's a good actress, so I'm not nothing against her. But this seems like one time too many at this point. It's like everybody. Okay, it's like every redheaded character is now not being played by an actual redhead. So I actually am starting to wonder if maybe there is something to this, but we'll talk about it on Sunday. Okay. Okay.
Wow, they're gonna have to pay that wedding planner overtime.
I'm sorry, Green Lion Girl, that this is happening. This isn't.
That's all right.
No, I'm just.
It's okay.
I'm irritated because I was looking forward to watching this movie and talking it with y'all tonight.
Well, it's all right. We can do a rewatch when they do the remake. I'm kidding, of course. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
And since you brought it up,
how about instead we rewatch Ghibli's version, Ponyo.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, I like that idea, Green Lion Girl. And I have the score to that one. Ponyo is Studio Ghibli redoing The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it when I was first watching it, and I'm starting to get toward the end. I'm like, this is The Little Mermaid. I saw that in the movie theater. I remember that. That's like, it's a completely different take on it. It takes place in modern times and not the past, and but you realize, no, this is The Little Mermaid. This is their take on The Little Mermaid, and it's kind of funny because like in Ghibli fashion, there are no true villains. So you know, like the sea witch isn't evil, neither is the Triton stand, and none of them are evil. They're just, you know, it's not about that. It's interesting. It's an interesting take. And to be fair, it doesn't call itself The Little Mermaid, even though you can tell that's what it's inspired by. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, Ponyo even has the red hair.
That's true.
Well, as well as her sisters and her dad and her mom.
Look at this. I like the little animations of Sebastian, you know, with his legs, like he's like you know, like what is it, clacking his fingernails on the counter. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's obviously Eric that's going to defeat Ursula, but I gotta say, Sebastian is probably the true hero of this movie.
Yes. And yeah, baby.
Sorry, anyone that kicks a dog, they deserve to have a ship run into them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, actually, Daniel, Ponyo has a great score too. Okay.
Okay.
In fact, what's the? I should know his name at this point. I think it's Joe Hisashi. I think. Let me see Ponyo's score. We'll talk about that more when we get to it. Yeah, at some point we should do a Ghibli movie. That's an idea.
Well, I have all the Ghibli movies.
I do too, except for Earthsea. That's not happening.
Yeah, that was not that great.
No, that was.
Yeah, I realize he's I realize it's the son of the great Hayao Miyazaki, but
yeah. We'll talk about that more later. But yeah, I can go on about Goro. Here we go. She just looks evil. Dude. I do. Look at him. He's like a zombie. That's just how men are with a lot of women in general, though. They're like, she's going to tag you for everything you're worth. Don't do it. It's
Oh,
be funny if
and
the
I also
bishop.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say I'd also recommend when Marnie was there too.
I have that on Blu-ray, and I've yet to watch it. I bought it when it came out, and I for some reason I've never gotten around to watching it. I should watch it though. I know it's probably good.
It is definitely Miyazaki's goodbye to his fans.
Right.
But he does it so well. And so, what? I ended up crying during that movie.
Right. She's got her voice back.
Yep.
Quick, I got to marry her. Right.
Are they really making a live action version of this?
It was in the works, and then pandemic happened, and I have no idea what they're planning to do with it now. Okay. I know there was controversy because I think they had cast it, and there's another one of the things where the redheaded got recast as. Anyway, it's I don't know if it's still happening or not, but
apparently it is. I have no interest in it at all.
I mean, we'll see. The main reason I don't have an interest in it because I'm telling you, I did not like that Beauty and the Beast remake. I'm sorry.
No. Lord. Oh, just yeah.
Now, I actually do remember hearing somewhere that originally, in one story, well, in one version, they were going to have Ursula and Triton be brother and sister. I don't know how much truth there is to that, though.
I don't like it when they do that. They did that on what was it? That show I was watching. Krypton. The Krypton series. And it turns out that General Zod and Superman's father are actually half brothers or something. And it's like, no. Let's not. Yeah, Jor-El and General Zod were half brothers. Let's not go there. Okay.
Yeah. Bad enough the Transformers made in the Michael Bay films made Optimus Prime and Megatron brothers.
Yeah. Whoa, I never noticed that the wedding music isn't the traditional "Here Comes the Bride" music. Interesting. I don't have the sound on. I'm trying to remember what they used. There's also Figaro's wedding.
Because Ursula just became I think she just gained, she just got struck by Rita Repulsa. Make my monster grow.
Yes. There we go. Well, it's like kaiju Ursula, right?
Now that would be a very creepy movie. Ursula,
yes.
Godzilla.
Guess you control the ocean, you control the world, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
I
she's
don't
gonna have
know.
the boat run him over.
It's over for true love. I gotta wonder if the real backstory with her and Triton were that they were lovers.
I don't know. Like I said, I think we don't need to make it too complicated. She's the villain, you know. We tend to like to do that a lot these days, I guess. I don't know. I miss the old days where we just, you know, I don't know. But yeah, anything's possible, I suppose. All right. So much for
And
true love.
yep.
Yeah, good for him. Good for Eric. That did it.
Yeah.
That's a good Disney villain death too. One thing that used to drive me drive me up a wall about the Disney villain deaths is they too often had the villain falling to his death thing, you know, which I always thought was a cop out. No, that's a good villain death right there. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anytime they do that, they kind of leave it open where the villain. Well, in s- in some cases where the villain could come back. Obviously, with Clayton from Tarzan, yeah, it's kind of confirmed he's dead in the movie.
Yeah, the hanging. Yeah, I remembered that. Yes, it's again not one of my favorite villain deaths. I do like the death of Rourke in Atlantis. That was a good one too. Smiler just cut him with one of the shards, and oh, that did it. That thing you didn't want that to happen with you. He's gonna let his daughter go. I guess that's what this is. Another one of these movies. Actually, Finding Nemo was another one about letting your child, you know, go. You have to let go at some point, you know, and that's what's happening here.
Yeah. Now, there was this alternate version of the ending scene between her and her father where she gave her father a kiss.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. There's the chef, the true villain of the movie, right? No, I'm kidding. Just,
And here's our happy ending.
I ever wonder in teeth when you get in cartoons, you get your teeth knocked out. Do they just grow back? I don't know. Probably not. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I guess in this world, they have really good dental insurance.
Yeah. Well, I guess you can get some. What is it?
And much better dental care than they actually did have during the Age of Exploration.
Be like George Washington and get that horrible metal brace with the human teeth inside and stick that in your mouth. Okay. Okay. We got the end credits. Best end credits ever. How'd you like the movie, Daniel? I'm sorry.
Ever.
Okay. How you doing, Daniel?
It froze up again. I just lost everything. So I just turned off the phone and waited a few moments.
Oh, my goodness. Sorry about that. Oh. So there we have the Little Mermaid. Maybe one day we'll do another rewatch of this. What do you think? Maybe
Yeah,
a couple
so.
we'll do another Disney movie, Daniel. Okay.
So we got to do Ponyo.
We will do Ponyo. We should do Ponyo, and that's a good score. Maybe I'll have to get a copy of that score to you, maybe, Daniel. We'll see. Okay.
Yeah. And also maybe Spirited Away would be nice too.
Maybe a fall movie, yeah. But
yeah. Well, now that ending credit. Well, now the ending song for that movie. Apparently, Miyazaki had it playing throughout the entire studio while they were animating that movie.
oh yeah.
I have to wonder how many animators got yours went crazy with that. Because that was the only thing they could hear.
It's a nice song, but yeah, I might go a little. It's not something I could listen to every minute of every day. No. Yep, you're right. Lewis was Ian Albert Jones. Yep, that's him from Deep Space Nine. He was also on Boston Legal for a little while
with Captain Kirk.
It was weird, Captain Kirk. Yes, I watched that show for William Shatner, and he was funny on that show. I'm sorry. William Shatner really. I'm sad I didn't get to see him do more comedy because he I think that was actually maybe where his true talent rode. I think he should have been in more comedic roles. Very funny. Just the lines he would deliver. AI is just saying hi. Someone said my daughter is like Ponyo. Interesting. Agent Boomer, from my extensive knowledge of Looney Tunes, they absolutely get their teeth back just by closing their mouths and shaking their heads. There you go. So the chef is all right. That might hurt your career as a chef. You don't have teeth anymore. I mean, I don't want to speak to that, but
well, either that or about everything he would have to make afterward be stupid.
There, you know what? Thank you. I'm gonna write my Oscar-winning screenplay about a chef. He loses his teeth, and then he has to reinvent his life as a soup chef. And then everybody hates his soup, and he gets sad and falls off a cliff or something. What do you think, huh? Best picture?
Well, apparently, and I cannot confirm this because I've never tried it, but apparently pureed steak tastes nasty.
Yeah, I'm not eating that.
As well as pureed hamburger.
I had fish tacos for dinner tonight. What do you think, Daniel? You like fish tacos?
No.
Black and mahi mahi.
No.
I don't know. I thought I got to go out to eat because I got my shot today, so I figure I'm going to get that. And I got a hot fudge sundae for dessert.
Wow.
So I'm getting I don't normally get dessert out, but I'm like, no, tonight I got the second COVID shot. I'm getting a dessert. I don't care. So let's see here. Oh no, what else we got here? Don Heary, Teresa Gilroy. Do. We'll have to have you on again sometime, a Green Lion Girl. Maybe we'll do a Ghibli movie at some point. I think Panya'd be good. Panya'd be a good choice, I think. Yeah, as a first one.
Yeah.
That was the most childlike one Hayao Miyazaki did. But plenty of other Disney movies to do. When are we doing Oliver and Company?
Is that about cats? Kitty cats?
Aristocat?
That's the cat one. No, Oliver and Company is about dogs, dude.
Oh,
have you never seen it?
I'm telling you, I haven't seen a lot of cartoons.
There's a cat in it. I believe there was a cat in it. I think Oliver is the cat. I think it's a remake of Dickens' Oliver, except with dogs, and Oliver's the cat. It's basically about strays. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And it takes place in, I guess, 1980s New York City, and it has a soundtrack by Billy Joel. Okay.
Okay.
I like it. I don't care. And I think Cheech Marin plays the voice of the Chihuahua, and he's in love with the poodle. Who's like she's like an upper crust dog that's owned by a rich family, and he's of course in love with her, but he's a stray. Do you understand? Yeah. That sort of thing. It's just it's an interesting movie. And of course the bulldog's name is Francis, and he likes to watch Shakespeare, and he gets annoyed with the other dogs because they're not as refined as him. And it's just anyway, I don't know. a fun little movie. See, I brought up Oliver and Company. Everybody happy now? Sounds depressing enough to get Best Picture. Yeah, I know.
And actually, there's also My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah, Totoro. That was the first Ghibli movie I ever saw. Actually, I got that on VHS when I was early on getting into Japanese animation. I got My Neighbor Totoro, and I got Grave of the Fireflies, which I think came out around the same time. And I also got Pat Labor the movie.
Do not watch Grave of the Fireflies if you're really depressed.
And have you ever seen the movie, the anime Jinro?
No,
Because
that one I have not.
Because that one is more depressing than Grave of the Fireflies. So that tells you how depressing that movie is. Okay. Anyway. So Daniel, how you doing?
Well, I still can't get Disney to work, but the cell phone's currently working, so that's something, right?
That's good to know. Okay. So maybe we'll get you. Well, what's your next service? We got to get you on a streaming service that has lots of cool stuff on it. Let me think. Oh no. Might I recommend HBO Max? I'm kidding, of course. Of course, if the Dirty Harry movies are on HBO Max, it might be worth it.
Well, actually, I think they're supposed to have all those Studio Ghibli movies.
Oh, that's right. I don't understand how anything works anymore. Because first the Ghibli movies were being distributed by Disney over here, except they didn't want to touch Grave of the Fireflies, so a different company distributed that. Then Disney kind of dropped them, and I think G-Kids picked it up, which is owned by Universal, right? So
actually, I think they dropped Disney.
Oh, Ghibli dropped Disney. I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
The newer Blu-rays you buy of the Ghibli movies a lot cheaper, and they come with all the same special features. So,
yeah.
But because Disney always charges up the wazoo. Look what they charge for the Marvel movies most of the time when you want to get those on DVD. Oh.
Well, hey.
Of course, Last Jedi you can probably pick up for $2 in a bargain bin somewhere. But anyway.
Actually, I think that one is still $20.
Of course it is.
Yeah, Disney likes to keep their movies at $20 as long as they can, even if the movies are complete flops.
They're like Nintendo. Yeah, they're like Nintendo in that way. Nintendo doesn't like to lower the prices of their games either. They come out at $60. They tend to stay that way for a while. Sometimes you can get them on sale, but usually they're. Oh, Little Mermaid 3 musical sneak peek. What is this? Special bonus feature on my Platinum Edition. I'm getting a preview of Little Mermaid 3. What was Little Mermaid 3 about?
Little Mermaid 3, I think that was actually the prequel one, Ariel's Beginning.
Ariel's Beginning. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to say that was they added a new villain that didn't make any sense. I mean, I think you could tell. Personally, I think they should have went with Ursula and kind of gave that story if they were going to do a prequel in that way.
Yeah.
But,
is Ariel responsible for her mother's death? Does she get trampled on by a bunch of sea tortoises? I'm kidding. I'm thinking back to Lion King. I'm just kidding.
Actually, the whole family was just hanging out at the service.
Okay.
And Triton gave his wife a special music box, and a pirate. Well, some sort of fisherman came, so the mermaids had to flee. The mom helps one of the daughters. She drops her music box, and in the process of trying to go back and get the music box, she gets crushed by the ship.
Oh, okay. I see.
Now that happens off screen, for the record.
I would hope so. Of course, if Rian Johnson was directing it, we'd probably have seen it, right? No, I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding. Okay. All right. Yeah. So how's the chat doing? Little Mermaid 3, how Triton's wife died and how he banned music. Okay. But I think Grave of Fires hit me harder because I have an older son and younger daughter and watch them take care of each other. Yeah, that's heartbreaking. I didn't think of that from the perspective of a parent watching that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I almost forgot. Trying basically tries to do what the parents did in that movie. I know they did a remake of it. The Footloose.
Yes, Footloose. There you go, Footloose. I remember. Okay. That was with John Malkovich and Kevin Bacon. Hey, when are we going to do the Footloose rewatch, Daniel?
We have to get Troy on for that one, I'm sure.
Okay, that'd be a good one, actually, Footloose. We should do that sometime. All right, so next week we'll be back on Wednesday. Is that right? Or what are we planning on doing?
Best of my knowledge, Wednesday night.
Now, it's kind of funny because we have Green Lion Girl, but she also has really cool gaming streams. She's usually streaming at the same time of us, but, go ahead and check out her stuff. We won't mind, You can always catch us on the repeat.
Counter-programming, yes.
Yes, it's kind of funny. Yes, see, we can get along. We're not at each other's throats, even though, and she has really cool streams. I do highly recommend you checking out her channel, definitely.
Yeah.
Anything left to say, Green Lion Girl?
Oh, yeah. Next week I am starting Samurai Warriors 4.
Is that like a Dynasty Warriors type game?
Yeah, it's the distant cousin of Dynasty Warriors. The main difference is obviously there's different characters, but instead of taking place in China like Dynasty Warriors does, this is Japan.
Okay, so that's why it's Samurai Warriors. I have Hyrule Warriors for my Switch. That's where you play as Zelda characters. That's kind of neat.
Yeah. Now there's a crossover series, the Orochi Warriors.
Oh, okay, where they meet the Japanese, is that right?
Warriors, I mean.
Oh, okay.
And actually they pull characters from other series as well. You have Dead or Alive characters in it. I think there's also some Soul Calibur characters.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, and I think there's a few other series as well mixed in that mix. Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, I know that same company did a Gundam, I think, Warrior series too, right? Where they had all the different Gundams from different series showing up, and
yeah,
and they did a Dragon Quest one, I think, as well.
Actually, I'm not sure about Dragon Quest 1. I think that's more of a Square Enix title.
I know it's a Square Enix title, but I think didn't they go with Koei Tecmo to make the Dragon Quest Warriors games? I could be mistaken there, but I think they did, because I know that the regular Dragon Quest games are that, but I think they did a Dragon Quest Warriors title by the people that did those. Let me just double check on that. I'm curious. But yes, a Samurai Warrior sounds neat. I think that was announced for the Switch as well, or one of those was. But
and really interesting thing about 4 is 4 actually had a sequel that was not 5. It actually had 4 too as well.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Dragon Quest Heroes. It was published by Square Enix, but it was developed by Koei Tecmo. So yeah, it's sort of the same style of game, I guess. But cool. Alrighty then. So Daniel, did you have a movie you wanted to do next week on the regular channel?
I'll let you decide.
I say it's about high time we watch Darkest Hour. What do you think, Churchill?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Maybe we'll do Darkest Hour. You have the score to that, right?
I do.
Okay, so that might be. When you think about it, you can change your mind, but that might be a good one. I mean, I know.
No, it's good.
You mentioned when you're on Professor Geek stream how Darkest Hour was your Churchill's one of your heroes, right? So
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
It'd be a good one for you to watch. Okay. Okay.
Well, anyways, thank you everyone for coming by tonight.
Studio Ghibli, and I'll.
We'll let you know. Maybe we'll do another one on Thursday sometime. Yeah, we'll do a Ghibli. That sounds like a plan. Okay.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, Green Lion Girl. And again, I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my phones, but I think I just need to get like internet at the house, or I don't know, whatever it's called.
All right.
But tune in next week for Darkest Hour, Winston Churchill film. And remember, adopt, don't shop, and keep listening to those great film scores. And again, everyone, I apologize for technical difficulties tonight. I feel really crappy about it. but such as
You're
life.
fine. The stream was here. They seem to like it all right.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
stuff happens.
See everyone next week. Thank y'all.